come up and sign the covenant. It was between them and us, very, very personal. And we enjoined their dealers or their staff in that, not at that meeting, but we were expecting their people to join the Lexus team, not our team. That they were part of the Lexus team. And as I mentioned in my notes, that whenever I went to a dealer, very often I went through the back door to talk to the technicians who were part of the Lexus, a very important part. And the parts manager or the guy who cleans the used cars, it didn't really matter. And the dealer, well, we'd get to him last because he's important too. But so it was a little different part. Where if you were on the Toyota side, being negative again, everybody went through the dealer, the front door person, and went right to the dealer principal, and none of them ever talked to the technician. Yeah. As I said, and I don't mean this from a bragging point of view, the guy's sick. We went to the hospital to see him. He died. We went to his funeral. He's a technician. Most of the people wouldn't even know him. Now they even knew the name of my dog, just like Sarah does. She's got pictures of it.
What do you remember? Well, I'm sure you do remember the year of that first get together with the dealers that you just referred to, when you shared the covenant for the first time.
It's breaking up, Nick. I can't quite grasp what you're saying.
I happily repeat my question. Do you remember what year that was the gathering with the dealers that you were just talking about?
What year we started?
Yeah, the year.
The Vancouver meeting. I was hired from BMW in August or July, 1988, and we had our first meeting in April of 1990. And the first car was sold. The first car was sold October 3rd, 1990, as a 1991 model.
Yeah. No, I just find it remarkable that if you look at how long ago this was, and that back in those days it was absolute pioneering. What you guys have been doing, it's really amazing. Yeah.
What we touched on this, but one of the very, very, in my opinion, key elements that came to us was Seiji Ichi, who he was the guy I met in Japan, and he became our coordinator. He was powerful. He was very good. He would do anything. He'd reach across my desk in the middle of the night can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? He wanted to be on the Canadian team, and he was. He's a great guy. He's back in Canada now, president of another company, associated with Toyota. Great guy. So that was a big help. The other thing was that they promised us the best cars in the world, and we got them. We got it. We didn't have many things go wrong. And I screwed up badly, as I said. There's an example of a mistake. We had brake problems on the coupe. And so with my racing background, I just got some coupes, gave them to the race team, and I said, there's a brake problem. I want to know what's wrong. So they told us what was wrong and what we need to do to fix it. And I thought, geez, I'll help the guys in Japan. So we sent it off on a video conference. Well, that was wrong. I embarrassed all the engineers in Japan, but I didn't know that. So I didn't do that again. I screwed up really bad. I'm sure it reflected badly on the president and so on. Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay.
Sarah, do you have any questions? You're the future.
Ooh.
No, I also want to thank you. It was so inspiring, and I think for me to hear so much about the Lexus story, I mean, Nick uses it a lot as a reference. But now to hear what was actually at the basis, I mean, end of the year 80s, 90s, to hear that you have been working on it already at that time. And of course, now you hear it's becoming quite popular, customer centricity, and everybody's talking about it. So I find it very refreshing and inspiring that at the very start, when it was new to everybody, that for your team, it was so normal, and it was just a pleasure to go to work every day and to help your customers. That's just a really interesting story to hear.
Well, Sarah, thank you for your sort of getting in the middle of the muddle. It's really nice. I've enjoyed our conversations back and forth, and I promise to get. I said in the next month I'll go back up to the cottage. I'm not very far from it right now, but we can't get across because there's not enough ice. But I'll take some pictures of Georgian Bay, and I'll send them to you.
With pleasure. That would be nice.
Wayne,
Yes.
Wayne, thanks so much, because when I thought of, really, honestly, it was the only right thing to do, because Lyndon would have thought that I was, the leader of this if I didn't give you the right credit, which, honestly speaking, Wayne, you really created that culture in all of us. I spoke to Kevin Oldford, Stuart Payne, of course, in the, more recent years, and, in their own ways, never forgot what you taught us. So maybe we don't do it enough because you're not around, Wayne. So maybe we're slipping. But it's been an absolute pleasure, and I really want to thank you for taking the time, because I know you took it extremely seriously, and but I also thought you'd have fun doing this.
Yes, so, I have. Thanks, everybody.
Really, just before you go, Wayne, I personally want to thank you too for the whole experience, and if you feel as though you want to delve a little bit more into that book that you've got there, and any comments that you might have on parts of it or anything else that comes to mind, I would welcome anything. But I'm not asking you to do that. But if you feel as though you want to do something like that, please do. But really, thanks again.
Well, you're welcome. And yes, I will read it. I'm in the midst of 2 other books right now. But when I finish those, and I get a quiet time up at the cottage in the wintertime, I will get into your book. And I will have some questions. And they may be questions of things that I don't understand, because the market has changed dramatically. And I think the way in which people view customer relations probably has changed from the 80s until today. I get that sense anyways from the little bit of experience that I've had. Anyhow, I better go and let Dave get home to his family. And I'm so happy to have had the opportunity to talk to you all and to share my background and my history and my feelings.
Great. Thank you very much again, Wayne. Thanks from all of us.
Thanks, Wayne.
Take care, guys. Good night now.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Stay safe home.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
See you next. James, thank you. That worked out well. Better than I didn't know what to expect, but
That's great. That's great. I think they'll.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah. Let's. I'll just. Is he still there? I think, isn't he?
I think they're closing off.
Yeah. I'll close it off, and just you and I get back
I'll
to.
send you my notes anyway.
Yeah, please do. I've recorded it here on my phone, so I'll get that record. But any notes that you can make would be really fantastic.
I took some notes during the call, so
Oh, that's great, Sarah. Thanks very much.
yeah.
What a person, huh? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's very late for you. Carl's back. Yep. That's great. Thanks very much, Carl.
I am back.
Yeah, it was so great. Thanks for.
Sorry, I just thought I'd hear if you had any comments. I don't know if Nick's back as well, but what did you guys think?
Oh, well, he's a legend, isn't he? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's true. The thing is, when you hear other people speak, often they do it for PR or their self-gratification, or It's not that way with Wayne. He did it.
Yeah,
That's why I recommended him to you.
Well, I think also, something that I